Well, howdy, this is Michael Walker. We're here at the famous Computer Cafe, and for the next half hour, we're going to entertain you with some of the neatest, newest information in the world of personal computers.
Well, this is Andy Velkoff, and we're going to be talking with Jackie Massing, who is the head of Silicon Valley Computer Camp. It's a really terrific place where kids go and people go up in Silicon Valley and just hang out, go to camp, and learn about computers.
And we're going to also be talking with Doug Heineman. He's from Xerox Corporation. So listen, stay tuned. We'll be right back after this message.
Word gets around fast.
Word from Microsoft is quickly becoming the word processing program of choice because Word is faster and easier. Most commands are executed in a single keystroke, and with Microsoft's mouse, not even a keystroke is needed. Just point and click.
Would you like to reword that?
Sure. If you've ever had to search through a 50-page document to change one word, you can appreciate Word's ability to search out and replace any character, number, word, or phrase in any document, just once or as many times as you like.
Windows on the Word.
Word gives you 8 windows that allows you to edit or compare different documents simultaneously, or work on different areas of the same document, all in one display.
Get the Word.
Word is available at Software Supermarket, 16200 Hawthorne Boulevard, or call 213-207-1494. That's 213-207-1494.
Get the Word.
At Software Supermarket, a soft sell dealer.
Hi, this is Andy Velkoff, and you're here at the famous Computer Cafe, and sitting with us here at the table is Jackie Massing from the Silicon Valley Computer Camp. Jackie, welcome to the cafe.
Thank you very much, Andy. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, Silicon Valley Computer Camp, I went to camp when I was a kid, and we didn't have computer camps back then, at least that I knew of anyway. What's a computer camp? What do you do? Do you know baseball and all bits and bytes?
Oh, not at all. In fact, we believe in a balanced experience for the child. We are a computer camp first and foremost, but we believe that they should have a good blend of recreational and sports activities. So we have that every day: swimming, tennis, soccer, volleyball, all kinds of things like that.
Now, this camp is located where? I assume it's in Silicon Valley someplace.
That's correct. Our camp is different from the traditional camp in that we're not out in the boondocks somewhere. We are located at the University of Santa Clara, in Santa Clara itself, which is in the heart of Silicon Valley. It's a beautiful historical site. It's one of the first universities, if not the first university in the state of California, and it's really a lovely, lovely place. We have our computer training or our computer education in their classrooms. The youngsters are housed in the dormitories that are normally used by students during the year. And we use all the recreational facilities and playing fields of the university. The children eat in the cafeteria, and they have a eat as much as you can eat policy, so we don't go hungry.
So how old or how young and how old are the kids who go to this camp?
We have youngsters from 9 years of age up through 17, and they work and play together beautifully. Computers just seem to bring people from all backgrounds and all ages together, and age doesn't seem to be a problem for them.
And this camp is run, what, during the summer, I assume?
That's correct. We have our resident computer camp running all summer long from June through August, well, until about the third week of August. It is a resident camp. We offer 1, 2, and 3 week sessions. We, however, do have a day camp that runs at Christmas time at another educational institution, the College of Notre Dame in Belmont. And that one is for 6 to 17-year-olds.
So what does a typical day look like at the Silicon Valley Computer Camp? Does it start out with, all right, everybody up, campers? It's another beautiful day at Silicon Valley Computer Camp. How does it start? What's going on?
That's very good, Andy. Were you at our camp last summer?
No, but I as a kid I was at enough camps to kind of you get that after a while.
Hmm. No, we do start off bright and early because we have a full day. We get up early. We usually have a little bit of an exercise period for a few minutes just to get the blood flowing and wake up people. Then we go over to the cafeteria and we have a nice hearty breakfast, and then we start our classes at 8:30 in the morning. We go until 11:45. We have several breaks during the morning. The youngsters, the younger ones, sometimes have longer breaks, and we do some physical activities and so on during the morning. The older ones stick around because they have a longer attention span. Then we have lunch and have a break after lunch where the children can go off to their rooms and either read, relax, just sit around and visit, do some daydreaming, make plans about the project that they're going to work on, etc. Then after that period, we get back to the computers, and the campers then get into their camper options selections, graphics, music, robotics, and so on, where they can work on those things until 3:30. In the morning, we teach languages. We teach Logo, Basic, Pascal, Assembly. And then in the afternoon, we work on those special interest areas. Then in the second half of the afternoon is when we have all of our sports activities and some of our, really get out there and stretch your legs kinds of things. We swim a lot, we play tennis a lot, and soccer and volleyball, and we have relay races and all kinds of things like that.
That sounds great. Are you thinking of starting one for adults?
We've talked about it. We had, interestingly enough, when we were at the Bits and Bytes show just a while back, it was a show for youngsters who are interested in computers. We had a number of adults come to our booth and ask us if we had a camp for adults. So we're toying with the idea of perhaps putting together a family camp rather than just segregating the adults. And I'd like to hear from people to find out just, how they feel about that. Would that be a good idea for them? Beginners and experienced camper or computer users alike.
Well, one of the things that strikes me is that computing is something that the whole family can do together, not to use an overworked cliche, but it's something that's different to everyone. I mean, for a youngster of 7 years old, it may look like a certain kind of game, or it may look like an educational package. For his or her parents, it would look like something older. So it really seems like it would be a great family idea.
Yes, we believe in that firmly. In fact, the Silicon Valley Computer Camp is one of the operations of a parent company called CompuSkill Enterprises Incorporated, which specializes in computer skills training for anywhere from the rank beginner to the very experienced business and industry computer user. And we have put together courses for people who are relatively inexperienced who like to learn with their children. It's a parent and child kind of let's do it together, let's learn and play together experience, and it's been very successful.
I know that approach has been used with the Suzuki method for teaching instruments that's come out of Japan. Very successful, and it seemed like it would be a natural for computers. We're going to take a break right now, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about camp and about computers and kids and all kinds of stuff. You're here at the famous Computer Cafe. This is Andy Velkoff. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back after this.
Bank Street Writer by Broderbund is the one-word processing program that is unpretentious enough to be used at home by both children and adults, yet is sophisticated enough to meet most small business needs, too. Bank Street Writer is packed with powerful features that have made it the most popular home word processing program in the world. There are no complex codes to memorize. Directions are at the top of the screen every step of the way. Bank Street Writer gives you sophisticated features like automatic word wrap, universal search and replace, automatic centering, and easy storage and retrieval of anything you write, complete with password protection. Bank Street Writer also comes complete with a special tutorial on the back of the disc that teaches the basics of word processing. A comprehensive reference manual and free backup disc are also included. Want to try your hand at Bank Street Writer? Then follow your feet down to Strictly Software at 14617 Prairie Avenue in Lawndale. Or you can call 213-970-1242. Strictly Software, a soft sell dealer.
Hi, we're back, and you're at the famous Computer Cafe. This is Andy Velkoff, and we've been talking with Jackie Massing from the Silicon Valley Computer Camp. Jackie, during the break, you were telling me about the incredible varied background that you've had. Tell us about it.
Well, I'm a recently retired executive from Silicon Valley, where I was a professional trainer for some time. Over the last 20 to 25 years of professional activities, I have done a variety of things in the community. I have served on a variety of community boards and have been a volunteer with Girl Scouts of America, where at one time I was a summer camp leader. I have also been a leader for wilderness outings for mentally gifted youngsters in our high schools locally. I was a children's theater director. I founded and ran a child care cooperative for a couple of years. I am an artist of sorts at one time. I believe in variety, and I fell in love with computers. I fell in love with the theater. I've fallen in love with sports. I like to incorporate all those things in our programs.
How did you first fall in love with computers? That's always an interesting question I like to ask guests.
Well, I was exposed to programming as an undergraduate student when I went back to school to get my undergraduate degree. And that kind of started me thinking about it. Then in the course of my work, working in industry, that is, I had need for personal computers, and that's where I picked it up. And the more I learned about them, the more excited I became about the possibilities for the individual. It's an extension of your own personal intellect and personality. And the power that it gives the individual is just staggering, and I'd like to share that with everybody.
Well, that's terrific. The counselors at the camp, who are these people? How many do you have, for instance, counselor to camper ratio, and where do you draw the counselors from?
Well, I am a stickler for quality in everything that we do. Our program is tops. We insist on having the top people, and that is not only in the computer science area, but in terms of how they relate to youngsters, how they work with a variety of different young people, and so on, and how they work with each other. We hire undergraduate and graduate students who are majoring in either computer science, psychology, recreation. Those are the areas that have to do most with the camp activity. And we are very, very fussy and thorough about references. I check them out personally several times over, because I will not just hire anyone who sounds good. So these are people who can do a good job teaching, and they can do a good job relating to the children, and vice versa. We like to have younger instructors for that particular job, because the kids relate better to them than they do, say, with me, who am a more mature, to put it nicely, staff person. And so we tend to have that type of individual. Occasionally we will have a certificated teacher come in. We have a ratio of about one staff person for every 6 camper. We feel that in order for the child, the young person, to get as much attention as they're entitled to, we need to have that many staff people.
And how long has the camp been going?
We'll be moving in, the company is moving into its 3rd year. The camp is in its 2nd year of operation now.
So do you have future plans to enlarge?
We're talking about it. I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but it might certainly happen the following year. And if we do expand, it may be in the area of incorporating a family camp, depending on what kind of response we get to that idea.
So now, for all the parents out there who are listening, and for some of the kids as well, how could they get in touch with you if they want to look at the camp and see it and maybe check it out and decide if they want to go?
Well, we are listed in the directories up in the San Mateo County area under Silicon Valley Computer Camp. But if your listeners have paper and pencil, our phone number is area 415-593-INFO or 593-4636.
Okay, I just have one last question. Do they have raids on the kitchen at midnight?
Well, they try. They try. No, we have snacks in the evening. We have a camp program which is designed to be fun, where the youngsters have a chance to share what they're doing, and we always have snacks, cookies, and drinks and things like that. So our campers don't go hungry, but they do talk every once in a while about raiding the kitchen.
I'll bet they do. I'm sure camp hasn't changed since I went. Well, Jackie, thanks a lot for joining us here at the famous Computer Cafe. It's been a pleasure, and, keep us posted as new things develop. We'd love to have you back on the show.
Well, thank you very much, Andy. It's been a real pleasure to be here.
Guys, stay tuned. You're here at the famous Computer Cafe. This is Andy Velkoff, and we'll be right back after this.
If Lotus had given you just one,
1. A spreadsheet that's up to 50 times faster than other spreadsheets, with every statistical and financial formula you'll ever need, and the largest workspace on the market.
that would have been enough. And if Lotus had given you just 2,
2. Information management, to store and organize information with the ability to cross-index over 2,000 records by 32 criteria, and use information from other programs and computer systems.
that would have been enough. And if Lotus had given you just 3,
3. Graphics, to graph information from your spreadsheet in less than 2 seconds, and change that information, touch a key, and graph the new results instantly. Graphics as a thinking tool.
that would have been enough.
But Lotus has given you more. Text editing, tutorials, a help key, and a host of features which give Lotus 123 its power and simplicity.
Lotus 123 is available at the Software Spot, 10977 Santa Monica Boulevard in West Los Angeles, or phone 213-477-7561. That's 213-477-7561.
The Software Spot, the oldest independently owned and operated software store in Los Angeles. A soft sell dealer.
Start with the world's best-selling database system. Give it enhanced features to make it faster, more powerful, and easier to use, and you have the makings of a software heavyweight. DBase 3, Ashton Tate's hot new package for your 16-bit PC. With DBase 3, you can create records with up to 128 fields, access 10 files at once, and run other programs like communications or word processing without leaving DBase 3. You can read non-DBase files from other software programs or mainframe databases. And you can easily convert your DBase 2 files and programs to DBase 3. If you get stuck, help is at your fingertips with multiple help screens. And where do you go to see this powerful new program? Go see David and Betty Sun at Sun Computers in the city of Carson. They'll tell you what you need to know about DBase 3 and more. Sun Computers is located at 20925 South Bonita in Carson. Or call 213-538-8338. That's 213-538-8338. Sun Computers in Carson, a soft sell dealer.
This is Michael Walker. We're here at the famous Computer Cafe with our guest Doug Heineman. And, well, Doug is with Xerox. He's the business manager who handles the retail markets. Doug, first of all, welcome to the cafe.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Xerox itself, being an innovator, we know you from the 60s as being the giant in copiers, and you guys have been right up there with Office products. Your personal computer environment, you guys have had your own stores, and I'd like to get into that a little bit in the future, a little bit later on in the program, but can you give us a little background about Xerox's entry into the personal computer and business market?
Yes, we've been selling a personal computer now for, I believe, about 5 years, maybe 6. Our original entry was called the Xerox 820, and we've made subsequent enhancements to the product in the form of upgrading it to the 822, the 16.8, and recently added an expansion module to go to 5.25-inch discs. I think one of the unique things that Xerox has done is that from the beginning, if a person had bought our basic 820 through the degree of upgrading and buying an upgrade kit, we were able to maintain that same product all the way through to our current product by just adding on and letting the product grow as the individual consumer's needs grew.
And how's the popularity of the product been out there so far?
Well, our machine, I believe, is if you've read any of the articles, or if any of your listeners have read any of the articles about it, is a very reliable, very rugged, very dependable kind of product, but probably lacks some of the sizzle or sex appeal, let's say, that some of the other computers do, like an Apple Macintosh or an IBM PC. And as a result, we focused our energies on selling the product through value-added dealers or retailers that take certain aspects of their expertise plus the rugged reliability of our product and have taken those two aspects, married them together and answering a specific customer's needs in the form of a point-of-sale terminal or similar things like that.
Give me this value-added dealer is something that's relatively new to me. Give me a scenario of how I might use, let's say I'm a small business person or a medium business person, how I might use a value-added dealer and how he might incorporate your type of products.
Well, let's go back to what I just talked about, the point-of-sale terminal, for instance. In the cafe here, if you had a cash register and you were ringing up services as you sold them, if someone wanted to maintain an inventory system to understand how many of X, whatever, Y you're selling here, and you also had requirements for a cash drawer and to provide receipts to a customer, what you'd like to have is what we might call popularly as a point-of-sale terminal or point-of-sale system. A typical value-added dealer would take their software that they've developed, marry it together with someone's cash register, marry it together with someone else's computer, in our case the Xerox 16/8, and take those three elements and create a system to answer your requirement, which is to be able to have a cash drawer, provide receipts to your customers, and also maintain an ongoing inventory. That's the kind of a service or a kind of a package that a typical value-added reseller would do. And point of sale is just an example of one of those that may be done. We have some dealers who are providing I believe there's one in Kentucky that has got a database management in horse management on farms, on a Calumet farm or something like that, where they're trying to keep track of all their horses and where they are and whatnot. And it's a typical database kind of management, but it's a little bit of a different kind of approach to it, and it's targeted at a specific market. Where I'm from, Rochester, New York, while there are a lot of horses around, I don't know how necessary that particular project would be, but in Kentucky, it's something that is, certainly something that has a lot more interest.
Well, when we come back, we're going to take a break, guys. So when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about, you guys used to have stores, and I think there's still other ways in which you're now starting to incorporate the value-added dealers, and kind of talk about some of the new things that you guys are planning on doing in the near future. Stay tuned. This is Michael Walker here at the Famous Computer Cafe with our guest, Doug Heineman.
Today I'd like to discuss Multiplan by Microsoft.
What's a multiplan?
It's a spreadsheet program for your IBM PC or your Macintosh.
Well, what do you do with a multiplan?
Use it to make forecasts.
Oh, you mean like what the weather will be?
No, more like whether or not.
Oh, can I join Multiplan?
No, you don't join it, silly. You use it. It's a tool designed with non-computer people in mind to help you manage your business and plan for the future.
A tool? Oh, you mean like a hammer?
Well, if you're looking for a way to hit the nail on the head, use Multiplan to build your worksheet. Enter the formulas you normally use to do budgets or cash flow analysis or financial planning, and then let Multiplan do the calculations while you sit back and watch.
Well, where can I see it?
At Software Center International, located at 22543 South Hawthorne Boulevard in Torrance, or call 213-378-9225. That's 213-378-9225. 9225. Software Center International, a soft cell dealer.
We're back. This is Michael Walker. We're here at the famous Computer Cafe. My guest is Doug Heineman. He's with Xerox, and of course, I'm curious about some of the other products that you guys have out there in the marketplace.
Well, as you know, Xerox is probably best known for its copiers. At a point in time, we were becoming almost a generic household name of Xerox. But in addition to copiers, we also sell the nation's #1 brand of electronic typewriters, our memory writers. We also sell Xerox Diablo printers, and most recently have announced a 25 character per second printer daisy wheel that sells for only $745, which is really, in our opinion, an exciting product that has come from Diablo, and in addition to our personal computers. And so what we're really doing, which I think is probably the most salient thing, is that we are offering all of these products, copiers, typewriters, printers, and computers through retailers who traditionally are known by small businesses to sell only computers. But since most small businesses have grown up by using a telephone, a typewriter, and a copier, and may still be somewhat reluctant about exposing themselves to a computer, by offering copiers and typewriters through the computer specialty channel, we believe that customers who are going in to buy those kinds of traditional products will have an opportunity to learn about the computer industry as well while they're there, and the industry at large as well as the consumers at large will benefit by our approach in the market.
Well, where else are you guys going? I mean, if you were to be back 25 years ago at the 914, could you have even projected yourself out to personal computers? Now that we're here, where can we see you guys taking this thing, say, I don't want to press you to say 25 years from now, because that's pretty futuristic, but how about 5 years or 10 years? Do you have some new products that you're going to be introducing and new things that the consumer can look forward to that helps make their jobs a little bit easier?
Well, Xerox prides itself on the kinds of technological and innovative kinds of products that we've introduced throughout the years, and while at this juncture there's no specific product that I could talk about necessarily, we will continue to offer to the marketplace a broad array of products in all areas of the marketplace that the consumer and small business will certainly benefit by, and I think people can continue to look to Xerox to be the technical innovator that it has known to be since the 914 throughout the foreseeable future.
Well, I definitely have appreciated you being here at the cafe, and you know, from time to time, as things progress, you guys may introduce some new products, and when that does, I'll give you a call. Maybe we'll get you back here at the cafe for you to explain to us what's going on. But thanks for showing up, and thanks for sharing with us.
Well, thank you very much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks a lot.
SuperCalc 3 by Sourcem is a spreadsheet that's extremely easy to use, swift, and powerful, and it's priced lower than most other leading spreadsheet programs. SuperCalc 3 has all the built-in functions expected in a high-quality spreadsheet, and a lot more. SuperCalc 3's features include an on-screen help function, spreadsheet consolidation and sorting capabilities, calendar and date calculations, simple data management, functions, and windowing. The integrated graphics capability is superbly presented, allowing plotting and printing of charts in up to 99 colors. SuperCalc 3 provides you with the ability to create pie charts, bar charts, line charts, and XY graphs. The graphics are integrated into the command structure, so once you learn SuperCalc 3, plotting and graphing the results of your calculations is as easy as pie. To get a taste of the simplicity and power of SuperCalc 3, walk into Simply Software, where they'd love to whip up a quick demonstration. Simply Software is located at 3001 Sepulveda Boulevard in Manhattan Beach, or call 213-546-2467. That's 213-546-2467. Simply Software, a soft cell dealer.
Well, I'll tell you something. I think I'm going to check out one of those computer camps this summer. That sounds like something fun.
Well, maybe we can sneak you in as a camper.
I wonder if Xerox is there. They probably are.
And, and you thought Xerox just made copiers.
That's right. I'll tell you, you never know. These giant corporations are doing all kinds of things these days.
We want to thank Jackie Massing, of course, and Doug Heineman, and let you know that the famous Computer Cafe is brought to you here on KFOX 93.5 every weekday, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. and 7:30 p.m.
Of course, we want to thank Rick Burnett, the executive producers of Soft TV, Michael Walker, Ellen Walker, and Andrew Velkoff. See you guys tomorrow, and drive safely and have a great day.
Arrivederci.